Hello and welcome to Small Talk with myself, Nicole Millar. Every week I have a chat with an English-speaking expat who lives in Catalonia. And today my guest is Bert van Zelm. Welcome. Thank you very much for being here. You are an artist.
A painter, yes.
A painter, sorry. I'll get it right. We will talk about that in a bit, but let's talk about how you discovered Catalonia. And where are you originally from?
I'm from Amsterdam.
Ah, Dutch.
Dutch, yes.
And how did you come to live in Catalonia?
I met a Catalan woman in Amsterdam through a mutual friend, and something happened. And we decided to go and live together, and then the hard choice was between Barcelona and Amsterdam.
Ah.
I thought about it about 2 seconds, I think.
Barcelona?
Barcelona, yes.
Was she from Barcelona?
No, she's from Arbeca.
So why Barcelona? Why was the choice between Barcelona?
Because she found work in Barcelona.
Okay. And you can work anywhere?
Anywhere I want.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
And you actually say that you don't have a special link to Catalonia.
No, I don't think so, because I'm a painter, so language, those kind of things is not important. And I think it has to do with the fact I've lived in different places.
Many different places?
Yeah, a couple. Italy and
Paris,
New York.
is it?
No, Paris. No, New York. And, but when I moved here, I was already in my 40s. So I think, already shaped my whole, how I paint, what I'm interested in, all that kind of stuff. So, although I really like living here, and I speak Catalan, and etc., etc., etc.
You said it's a good life here.
It is a good life, but I'm a painter, so I'm maybe a bit like a hermit. I have my own life, and the rest is neutral. Yeah. Something like that, I guess.
But if you could choose anywhere in the world that you could live, where would it be?
Of course, because people ask me this many times, and there are two answers to it. One is Venice. I would love to live in Venice, because when you live in Venice, there are no cars. It's all water. So whenever you move to another place, everything is a total shock. That's one. But two is you need a dream. But when you realize your dream, you need another dream. Okay. So I'd better stay here and dream about Venice. And dream about Venice.
So you visit often, or have you ever lived in Venice?
No, but I have very good friends who live in Venice on a canal. On a canal.
Oh,
so I really, when I go there, I live the Venetian life, which is great.
And then dream about it when you come back
here. And then dream about it when I come back.
Do you still travel a lot?
Yes, for work.
For work?
Yes.
And where does it take you? Mainly in Europe?
Yes, well, yeah. I mean, I've lived in America, and...
but how is that?
I'm sorry?
How is that, living in America?
I met a woman.
There's a theme going on.
There is a theme.
So you're not going to dash off to New York next, are you, then?
No, because my daughter is here, so I want to stay near my daughter.
That's what keeps you in Catalonia.
That's what keeps me here, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's talk about you and your painting.
Yes.
And what you do. Did you study art at university?
I went to 2 academies in Holland, and then I went with a scholarship to an academy in Italy.
Wow.
And that's it.
And how would you describe your style? So you have to guide me here. This is all very new for me.
My style, that is, I cannot really answer. It's like because people divide things in abstract and figurative, or look, there is a painting of mine. Well,
what are we looking at?
That is one of the series of flower paintings. I paint a lot of flowers.
Beautiful.
I've been doing recently. It has to do with these things. They they come up in my head. I think it started, my fascination with flowers. It started in Germany. I saw an Emil Nolde exhibition, beautiful, like this size kind of watercolors of flowers.
Yeah.
I love them. And expressionist. This is another one.
Is this you?
These are very, one could say, very much linked to here, because these flowers, they're called morning glory, and they grow next to the railways, the tracks.
So
They're
this is
flowers.
inspired from here.
Yeah, I mean, it's all taken in. But flowers, I saw that exhibition of Emil Nolde, I think it must have been 1993, and I only started to paint flowers in this way 3 years ago.
So how big, I mean, we're seeing this on screen, how big is that print?
This is 160 by 150, I think.
Big,
yeah, these are very big.
Very big.
Well, sort of very big.
60 by 150, it's
made
like a bed.
bigger paintings. Yeah, you need a house for these.
Yes, a big wall. Yeah.
Yeah, and
what are we on now?
The bulls.
I love
of course,
your bulls.
I started to paint the bulls in Barcelona. Of course, as a good Dutchman and as a good Northern European, I was very much against bullfights and stuff. This is not going to, I'm not going to.
Was it being in Catalonia that inspired this?
I was commissioned here to do a portrait of bulls, and
here's another one.
I started to study it, and I started to study the whole symbolism behind it, which is the thing that fascinates me more than the so-called, let's say, folkloristic bullfight. That doesn't interest me that much. But
I love this one.
The bulls were gods, and the bullfight, I think, goes back to this whole. You have the Mitras in the religion. You have bulls everywhere over the world. They are sacred animals because you cannot trust them. And
so powerful.
They're this brute force in nature, and but they live next to people in villages because you can use them. Lions are useless and crocodiles are useless, but bulls
you can live alongside.
Yeah, you can live alongside, but you can never trust them. So they're gods, so you want to control them. And so there's this whole symbolism behind it that fascinates me.
Did you go to a bullfight?
Many.
I went to many. To study the...
To study it, the whole thing. Now here it is forbidden. The classical, the way we know. I mean, there's the Corabao still, but and it doesn't really interest me that much, actually, anymore. I mean, to see a good bullfight, which is maybe a contradiction, because a bullfight be good? The whole thing about man trying to rule, trying to manipulate nature is the thing. And of course, the whole bullfight, painterly wise, is great because the bull is an amazing animal. I think it has a unique beauty, and the whole thing is also about the bull fights of a volume that is not existing, which is what a painter does. Yeah, I paint lies. I paint space that is not there.
That's an amazing image we're looking at now. Oh, and we've moved on again.
That goes fair. This one is inspired. Because I eat everything. I was brought up in Amsterdam, so Rembrandt is a huge reference for me.
You've just been to see it for the third time, haven't you?
Everybody should go because this show is...
Where is it on at the moment?
At Amsterdam.
In Amsterdam.
And buy tickets through internet and go at 9 o'clock because if you go at 11...
Or in the morning?
In the morning.
In the morning.
If you go at 11 o'clock, you have to bring an axe to kill people. It's packed.
That's amazing.
It is amazing. It's an amazing show. But apart from Rembrandt, I lived in Italy, so I got into... And then this one is about... this is inspired on Michelangelo, of course.
Okay. Yeah.
one of the first artists to cut open a body to see how it works.
I didn't realise he did that.
He did. It was forbidden.
But he did
and
it.
Da Vinci, they went secretly
Oh my
to the graveyard and dug up
Really?
bodies. Yes.
Are you joking?
Yeah, no, I'm not joking.
Gosh. I think in the taxi on the way here you were talking about artists killing people.
I talked about Caravaggio killed people. About
I'm
Benvenuto
scared
Cellini.
now.
Yes.
I've got witnesses.
Yes. Benvenuto Cellini even describes it. He's a sculptor. He describes it in his autobiography. He says,
really?
I met this great sculptor, and it was, that was between the two. And he said, well, this guy started to insult me.
Is this one of yours as well?
This is one of the important key paintings, I think, of my whole oeuvre, which is...
Was this a commission? Or
No.
No?
No. And I know what it's about, and I don't know what it's about, because good
Okay.
painting is a story, but it's told through painting, so it is not told through words.
Sure.
And this one is like a key painting. It started.
Can you explain it a little bit?
Well, I started this. The fun thing is, I started this painting in 1992. I finished it in 2004.
No. And how big is this one then?
This is 2 meters by 150. And it changed and changed and changed, and it started as a homage to Piero della Francesca, which if you scrape off the 7 or 17 layers, you will find that painting underneath.
Yeah.
And it ended up, it's called Setting Sun, because it's about relationships. Okay. And further I won't go.
Okay, and that's the end of that one. What have we got next?
What have we got? That is another one. It's called, oh my God, what is it called? What is it called? I don't remember.
Is it an old one?
No, it's quite
No?
recent. But with turpentine, you forget it gets to your brains.
Just talk to me about it.
It is, of course, the nude, the human figure. I like. It's the Bride of the Wind. It's called the Bride of the Wind. I got the title again, and it is, of course, thinking about Oskar Kokoschka, who made this beautiful painting about himself and Alma Mahler. There is an amazing story about Alma Mahler and Kokoschka as well. It's great, but it inspired me for this painting because on the wait a minute, it's on the right side. You see sort of a face like blowing a wind and this woman figure. It is what I'm of course interested. Like painting is adding the two lacking dimensions.
Okay.
I mean, you have these dimensions, but depth and time, so movement.
Yeah.
So when I paint a body, when I paint any, mostly like bulls, it's also much about it. I try to paint so that something can be 3 different things at the same time.
In one, okay. Yeah.
And that is in that one.
That one.
I was very much concentrated on it.
It's fantastic. Okay.
That is Antoni Castells. That was an amazing. This man is a great guy.
You were commissioned.
I was commissioned by the Catalan government.
This is one of the important things that has happened to you, as you say here.
Yes, there's a link between me and here.
So explain who he is for people who don't know.
He was the Secretary of State of Economical Affairs, and I was commissioned to do his portrait. And this, the fun story about it was that, of course, to be able to know him, we went to see the CaixaForum went to see the Goya and the Delacroix exhibition together. Okay. And the director of the museum also, there was also this guide. But after 3 or 5 hours, he came back and he thought we got lost. But this man has such a he knows so much, such great culture. So we talked and talked and talked. And now it's on the Rambla de Catalunya.
So you can go and see it?
No, it's in the ministry. It's in the, how do you call it, the economical affairs. They have these things.
Okay, amazing.
That is Brian. That is the last portrait I made. I'm very happy with it. He's an actor, and I thought...
Brian who?
Brian Cox.
Okay.
And I thought, actors, they know how to put up a face, but
Yeah.
he's a great friend.
Did you have to get to know him as well before?
Yes,
painting him?
I went over to London for a whole week. We were together. It was great.
Amazing.
We went to see the Turner show, which is another show
Okay.
that was
Fantastic.
fantastic. We went to see that's my daughter. That's my link to.
Gorgeous.
Yeah,
That's
the great thing about this, because of course every painting has a story, but the great thing, this is when she was 7 years old. I specifically didn't want to paint her as a little child. I wanted to give it this twist.
A bit more.
This twist, you have to give a painting a twist so people are irritated. So then they remember it.
Yeah.
But the fun thing about it was for her 7th birthday, and I said, "What do you want for birthday present?"
Yeah.
I thought a Barbie doll or Hello Kitty. She said, "No, Daddy, I want a portrait."
She asked for it.
She asked for it.
At 7. That's lovely.
At 7. That's
Isn't that
great.
wonderful?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a great picture. I love it. And we can move on.
That
Okay.
is, again, a thing that has a lot to do with Catalonia. I was invited, I was asked to do the paintings for the movie Barcelona.
I was just about to ask you about that. So tell me about it.
So that's a movie. It's a fun movie. It was on TV.
TV3. Yeah.
And the story is about, it's 1900, 1915 something, and it's about this young guy who wants to become a painter, but his family says he has to be an artist. So this is the commission. He's commissioned to do this.
Is this still
portrait.
to do with the movie
This
now?
is still, yeah. So the nice thing about it is that I had to change style. This is not at all my style. So
you did this.
I did this.
And this is his painting in the film.
Yes, it's his painting, and it's 1900. So it is a totally different style from mine, which is fun.
Testing you a bit.
Testing.
Yeah,
it's like
nice.
I like to lie. I like to cheat.
Are you lying here? What's this one?
This is a commission for the Dutch government or for the province for it. What do you call it here? How do you call it? I got lost. Anyway, these are the portraits of the 4 last Dutch queens. Okay. And this one is about 3 meters high, for example.
And where is that?
It is in Utrecht, which is a city, and it is a province of Holland. And it was commissioned for, because the queens used to travel, and then, because with horse and carriage, the one on the bottom, so they would sleep in the capital of the province. So this is in a space now where the queens used to sleep.
To travel.
Now, of course, they come by helicopter, and they
I'm
go
sure they
back
still
home.
see it. Can anyone see this? Or
when it's in a. The funny thing is that I say funny a lot. Terrible. The palace is the palace of the province, and it is the palace of the only Dutch pope that has been.
Oh, wow.
Pope, a Dutchman has been a pope.
And that's where it is?
And that's where it is. And so they have these open days.
Open to the public occasionally.
And then you can go and see it.
Okay.
Which is a great bridge, of course, to the churches.
Yeah. And then we're on to something else that you've been commissioned for.
Yes.
Tell me quickly about that, because we are running out of time.
The church, well, I'm up for a new church. I was commissioned for a church. I painted it all here in Barcelona.
Is it a church in Barcelona?
It's a church in Modena, Italy.
Okay.
And that was a great commission.
Is this it?
Here you see the crucifix. And this church is quite a big church. You can go there, 1,500 people. It's a big parroquia, I don't know how you say it here. And I was commissioned for the paintings. It took me 2 years. I painted them.
Wow.
And the fun thing, I say fun again.
No, but it is all fun.
I should
because
stop
we're having such a great
fun.
time.
Is that I painted, in the Pietà, I painted Maria pregnant.
Oh, wow.
And
we haven't got a picture of that, have we?
Yeah,
have we?
well, this is Maria with Jesus, and here, special thing about it is that the portrait people in the back are people because it has to do with today as well, people from anywhere. And I told the priest that I also portrayed 2 criminals in it.
Did you?
There is one guy in here that is in Modena in prison already for 23 years.
Why did you choose to put him there?
Because Jesus came here for this guy.
Okay.
So people should see that.
Know. We're just about run out of time. If you could just tell me, for anyone visiting Catalonia, give me 3 galleries or art exhibitions that you must visit.
They should go and visit the MNAC, where they can see Francesc Gimeno.
This is one of your Catalan
he's a beast. He's a good painter.
We haven't been able to talk about him, but...
And what else? Well, they just
there he is.
There he is. There he is. Great painter. Great painter. And they should... go and see, of course, exhibitions, which is right next to it at the Caixa Forum, and, for example, to go up and down the Conseil de Seine, where you have all the galleries.
Thank you very much. It's been fascinating talking to you today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. That's all we've got time for, and see you next week.